This is mostly residual, and it's like saying if people were out there through them doors, I don't feel they would see anything here.
Okay. So it's not sort of active?
No.
Okay.
It's not.
Right.
In other words, there's no spirit person coming in here that I can pick up on, and Sam's not even giving me anything mentally that way.
Well, let's go to somewhere where hopefully there is some activity.
Despite finding residual energies in the auditorium, Derek feels that no one is actually grounded in here. But could the same be said behind the scenes? Is Hollywood a home to only austere astrals, and are we about to encounter a mischievous spirit?
Marshall says it's him that's moved the ball.
He hasn't moved it, he's dropped it on the floor.
Most Haunted's American adventure continues with 24 hours amidst the film sets of Hollywood, and in a building that was once a playground to military servicemen and movie stars. As we venture further along the ground floor, Derek is drawn towards the bar and pool room, an area known to have hosted so many of Hollywood's heroes and heroines.
Sanity sits there. Sanity sits there. He comes here. By that doorway. Okay. If you would be seen walking through, he would be seen like what? He'd throw the cape across like this. You're going to laugh at this. You're just going to laugh at it, okay? But he's not grounded here, is he? This is he is a very famous person that comes here. If Sam's back in it as well. Now, I'm not saying that this spirit person is present right now, because I'm not saying that. But it appears, and he does move about this room, more so here than anywhere, even out there. But it gives me the impression of Rudolph Valentino.
All right.
All right, the silent movie star.
And who else? Say it again. And in here, can I just tell you what he's just said here? In there, with the glasses, okay, is, I don't know whether they were friends, I don't know. But he said very clearly, Buster comes here.
Oh, right.
Buster. And I said, Buster who? He said, Buster Keaton.
Oh, right.
Buster Keaton. When they would move about and just like go to the impression, of sitting down like this, someone come through, walked, and they walked past, he would probably do this.
Oh, right.
And they would get this shrill that they wouldn't know what was going on. And I feel the feeling would be they'd bolt through the door, get out the way.
Yeah.
Again, I get with these two a jovial, happy feeling of being here.
Rudolph Valentino, who died 3 years before this building was completed, often had front row tickets to boxing shows at another Legion in town. So despite this anomaly, there's no doubt that a certain amount of mystique still surrounds this 76-year-old Legion. And interestingly, David Wells had immediately felt spiritually drawn towards the Legion's main staircase. Little did the psychic initially realise just how meaningful this area would prove.
Can I just stop you, mate? Sorry. There's someone really pestering me. A man really pestering me. Now, as soon as I came into the building earlier today, he was around the top. You know, there's like a gallery.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really fully switched on, so I just kind of like ignored it and sort of left it at that. But I'm really conscious of someone falling down these stairs, someone tripping down these stairs. I don't mean tripping down the stairs, I mean, you know, down the stairs. And I think it may be him, an older man. Kind of like a caretaker or a, I don't know what they call them, janitors.
Janitor, they'd call it here.
Yeah, someone who looked after the place and loved the place. And there is a great deal of sadness. And I think what's interesting about this one, it's very recent. Normally when we say the turn of the century, we're talking 1900s, but I'm talking 1999, 2000. I'm talking this recent. And there's a great deal of sadness around it. A sadness around any passing, of course, but maybe because it's so raw, it's only, 4 or 5 years after the event. I'm just kind of, what I'm seeing now is the vision of him lying there, and he's twisted. It's almost like I don't know if he's punctured a lung or something, but there's blood around it in his mouth. He's fading in consciousness. But I'm trying to lift him, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to get beyond it. I'm trying to lift it so I can get a direct link with him, as opposed to what I'm seeing event-wise. I don't think I'm going to get it here, because I don't think this is his favourite place because of the event that went on. I think it's exactly the same man that I saw upstairs.
Right.
What man upstairs?
On the way in, when I first came in.
Oh, right.
I think it's the same man. But because of the trauma attached to this spot or around this area, I think he's going to be lighter if we go further up.
So are you saying he had an accident here and survived, or he had an accident and died?
He definitely died. He's crossed. And yeah, an accident. I don't see any hands. I don't feel pushed. Nothing like that. It seems purely an accident. But you know what he's given me, or certainly someone's given me, is the words, "When it's your time, it's your time."
Right.
Yeah, and it was kind of almost like that. Like he would have said, "When it's your time, it's your time." You know, he would be that philosophical about it.
Okay. And is he here in the building? Does he haunt the building?
I think he does. Yeah, I think this is the guy that I saw earlier, and I'm sure that as we go round, he'll become clearer. But it's just here I can sense the trauma of it.
David's sensory description of a recent fatality on these stairs describes the tragic circumstances in which bar manager Marshall Wyatt lost his life in 2000. His final moments were spent being comforted by his friend Terry Duddy before the long-serving Legionnaire passed over in the place where he had worked and lived for several decades. We moved on from this poignant place to an area that David identifies as being far more pleasant.
This seems lighter to me, not quite so difficult to handle as what I saw. And I have a male figure here, and he seems really happy. He's whistling, and he's not just whistling as in a happy tune. He's got his whole being in it. He wakes up in the morning, gets out of bed, and it's like, go to work, fantastic, Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? It's a real kind of like, if you like, embodies everything that's right about the place. And I wouldn't say he was particularly, I wouldn't say he was ill, but, he's no spring chicken.
He's an elderly chap.
Yeah, he's an elderly man.
Is this the same man that you picked up with the stairs?
The one that's whistling is.
Oh, right.
There's two of them though. There's another one that's slightly quieter. I would think more the doer. One's the, if you like, the face of, hi, how are you? Or yeah, I can do that for you, no problem. And the other one's more of a background fixer. I've got the name Marshall. Can I just tell, this guy has just said to me, and it's quite difficult because it's a bit emotional, can you tell Terry I'm fine? Terry's the guy that, isn't he?
That is the place, yeah.
Tell Terry I'm fine, and to keep on doing what he has to do. And that might mean something to him, but keep on doing what he has to do.
Oh, we'll tell him that.
I don't know what that means to him.
You should tell him that when you see him. That'll mean a lot, I should imagine.
It now appears that despite this building's star-studded past, the austere air of one recent and remarkable act...
You should tell him that when you see him. That'll mean a lot, I should imagine.
It now appears that despite this building's star-studded past, the austere air of one recent and remarkable